Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you all today. Today, we'll be exploring a very important topic in the pharmaceutical industry, corrective and preventive action, or CAPA. Our focus will be on how CAPA plays a crucial role in maintaining quality and compliance in pharma. Over the course of this presentation, we'll cover key concepts, best practices, and practical insights to help you implement effective CAPA systems. Let's get started and delve into this vital subject together. Let's start by understanding what CAPA really means. Corrective and Preventive Action, or CAPA, is a systematic process that we use to address issues in our quality systems. Essentially, it helps us correct any existing nonconformances, that is, the problems or deviations we've already identified. But it doesn't stop there. CAPA also aims to prevent potential quality failures before they happen, which is crucial for maintaining high standards. You'll find CAPA defined across several important regulatory frameworks. For example, in ICH Q10, which is our pharmaceutical quality system guideline, CAPA is a core component. The FDA's 21 CFR Part 211 also emphasizes its importance, as does the EU GMP Chapter 1. So, in summary, CAPA is about both fixing what's wrong and stopping issues from arising in the first place. It's a fundamental part of a robust quality management system, ensuring we deliver safe and effective products consistently. Let's talk about corrective action. Essentially, this is the action we take to eliminate the root cause of a problem we've detected. The goal here is to prevent the issue from happening again in the future. Corrective actions are usually triggered by specific signals, such as deviations from our standards, out of specification, OOS, or out of trend, OOT, results, audit observations, or even customer complaints. These are the indicators that something may be amiss and need our attention. The focus of corrective action is really about preventing recurrence. It's not just about fixing the immediate problem, but making sure it doesn't happen again down the line. When we explain corrective actions, we want to be clear that they address the root cause, not just the symptoms. That way, we ensure continuous improvement and uphold our quality standards. In summary, effective corrective actions are vital to maintaining the integrity of our processes and the trust of our customers. Let's talk about preventive action. Essentially, this is about taking steps to eliminate the root cause of a potential problem before it actually happens. It's proactive rather than reactive, meaning we're looking ahead to prevent issues rather than just fixing them after the fact. The key to effective preventive actions is relying on solid data and analysis. We base our actions on trend analysis, which helps us identify patterns over time that might indicate an emerging issue. Risk assessment is also crucial, as it allows us to evaluate the likelihood and potential impact of problems so we can prioritize our efforts. Process monitoring is another important component. By continuously keeping an eye on our operations, we can catch early signs of deviation and address them before they escalate. The main focus here is on preventing the occurrence altogether, rather than just dealing with the consequences. This approach aligns perfectly with proactive quality management, where the goal is to build quality into our processes from the start. So, in summary, preventive action is about using data and proactive strategies to keep problems from happening in the first place, ensuring smoother operations and higher quality outcomes. Let's talk about the importance of CAPA, or corrective and preventive action. First and foremost, effective CAPA plays a crucial role in protecting patient safety. When issues are properly identified and addressed, it helps ensure that the products we deliver are safe for the people who rely on them. Additionally, CAPA is vital for maintaining product quality and data integrity. By investigating the root causes of problems, we can prevent recurring issues and uphold the high standards expected in our industry. This also supports compliance with regulatory requirements, which is essential to keep our operations running smoothly and avoid potential penalties. Another key point is process robustness. A strong CAPA system helps us improve and stabilize our processes over time, leading to more reliable outcomes. It's also important to recognize that ineffective CAPA is a common observation from the FDA, often pointing to gaps in quality management. That's why CAPA is so critical in pharma. It's a cornerstone of quality assurance and regulatory compliance. When we do it right, we not only meet standards, but also foster trust with regulators, patients, and our partners. Now, let's turn our attention to deviations and incidents. These are essentially any unexpected events or anomalies that occur during manufacturing or quality processes. It's critical to document and analyze these properly because they can be early indicators of potential issues. Next, we have OOS and OOT results, out of specification and out of trend results. These are laboratory or process results that fall outside the predefined acceptance criteria, signaling that something might be amiss in the product or process. Customer complaints are another vital area. They provide direct feedback from the users and can highlight problems that may not have been caught internally. Addressing these promptly is key to maintaining trust and ensuring quality. Internal and external audits also play a crucial role. Internal audits help us review our processes and identify areas for improvement, while external audits, often from regulators or partners, ensure compliance with industry standards and regulations. Change control and risk reviews are processes used to manage modifications and assess potential impacts. They help us control changes systematically and evaluate risks to prevent unintended consequences. Now, an essential point to remember: CAPA decisions, or corrective and preventive actions, must always be evidence-based. That means our decisions should be grounded in solid data, thorough investigations, and factual analysis, ensuring we address the root causes effectively. Finally, let's talk about CAPA triggers in pharma. These are specific signals or events, like deviations, complaints, or audit findings, that initiate a CAPA process. Recognizing these triggers early allows us to respond swiftly and prevent recurrence, which is vital for maintaining product quality and regulatory compliance. Let's take a closer look at the foundation of effective CAPA. When we talk about root cause analysis tools, there are several common methods that can really help us get to the bottom of issues. One of these is the 5 why analysis, which involves asking why multiple times to peel back the layers of a problem. Then there's the fishbone, or Ishikawa diagram, which helps us visually map out all possible causes in a structured way. FMEA, or failure mode and effects analysis, allows us to anticipate potential failures and their impacts before they happen. And fault tree analysis is another powerful tool that uses a logical diagram to trace the pathways leading to a failure. It's important to remember that treating symptoms doesn't solve the underlying problem. That's where root cause analysis, or RCA, comes in. RCA is all about digging deeper to find the fundamental cause of an issue, so we can address it effectively rather than just temporarily fixing the surface symptoms. When we focus on RCA, we're ensuring that our corrective actions lead to long-term solutions, which is essential for continuous improvement and quality. Let's walk through the typical CAPA process flow. First, we start with the identification of the issue. This is where we recognize that something isn't quite right and we need to take action. Once we've identified the problem, the next step is root cause analysis. This is a critical phase where we dig deep to understand why the issue occurred in the first place. After pinpointing the root cause, we move to CAPA planning. Here, we develop a clear plan to address the root cause and prevent recurrence. The next step is implementation, where we put the plan into action, making the necessary changes or corrections. Once the corrective actions are in place, we conduct an effectiveness check. This step ensures that our actions have resolved the issue and that no new problems have arisen. Finally, we reach closure and documentation, which is essential. We must keep the documentation complete and traceable, so every step of the process is recorded accurately for future reference. This entire cycle is part of the broader CAPA life cycle, emphasizing continuous improvement. Remember, thorough documentation not only supports compliance, but also helps us learn and improve continuously. Let's talk about the regulatory expectations when it comes to CAPA effectiveness. It's crucial to verify the effectiveness of your CAPA actions by using key performance indicators, or KPIs. These metrics help ensure that the corrective and preventive actions are truly working. After implementing CAPAs, it's also important to review trends over time to see if the issues are resolved and not recurring. Now, despite our best efforts, there are some common pitfalls we need to be aware of. One major failure is weak root cause analysis, which means we don't dig deep enough to identify the true underlying problem. Another is repeat deviations, where the same issue keeps coming back because the root cause wasn't properly addressed. We also see failures in effectiveness verification, meaning we don't check if the CAPA actually solved the issue. Premature closure of CAPAs is another problem, closing them too early before confirming the problem is truly resolved. So, the key takeaway here is the importance of thorough effectiveness checks. Always verify that your CAPA has achieved its intended purpose. And be vigilant about these common failures, because addressing them is essential for maintaining compliance and ensuring continuous improvement. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. Building a strong CAPA system is essential for maintaining high-quality standards in our operations. Remember, CAPA is not a one-time fix. It's a continuous improvement tool that helps us identify and address issues as they arise. At the heart of effective CAPA is root cause analysis. By thoroughly understanding the underlying causes of problems, we can develop targeted solutions that prevent recurrence. Preventive actions are equally important because they help us reduce future risks before they become bigger issues. When we implement strong CAPA processes, we're also strengthening our overall GMP system, creating a more reliable and compliant environment. And let's not forget, a strong quality culture really drives effective CAPA. When everyone is committed to quality and continuous improvement, the entire organization benefits. So the key takeaway here is that a well-built CAPA system is fundamental to our success. It's about fostering a mindset of ongoing improvement, where root cause analysis and preventive actions work together to minimize risks and uphold the integrity of our products. For further support, please contact us. We're here to help you with any questions or additional information you might need after this presentation. Don't hesitate to reach out. We want to ensure you have all the resources necessary to succeed. Thank you for your time and attention today. We appreciate your commitment and look forward to assisting you further.